What is up, ladies and gentlemen, I go by No Voices, and today I will be showing you a few tips and tricks that you can use on different characters to help improve your gameplay. So first off, we've got the Genji animation cancellation, which is basically if you do a melee attack first and then shoot your shurikens with either right or left click, you'll see that it's quite slow. However, if you start by either right or left clicking and then do a melee attack, you'll see that it's much quicker. So as you can see, it's really fast. Since Genji is an assassin, this will be very useful for him. And let's combine a dash with that as well. So see, that almost took like all of his HP down with no headshots, so it's really useful. The next thing we'll be looking at is the triple jump. Now, I've seen a few streamers do this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know about this but don't really pay attention to it maybe as much. But basically this is a double jump, like pressing your spacebar twice. However, if you press it twice, wall climb, then you can jump again, which ultimately means a triple jump. Also, you can gain a lot of height, like double jumping, climbing, and then jumping again, as you can see. I think a lot of people know this but don't particularly take that in mind per se. Like I know a lot of people that play Genji that don't know what they're doing. So the next thing I have for you is the dash thing. I don't know what to call it. Basically, it will launch you forward if you dash on a ledge. So let's see if I can do this on the first attempt here. And I could not. And there we go. Took me a hell of a long time, but once you get the hang of it, it can be really useful to get to different places. So basically, like I got from here to up there, which I wouldn't normally be able to with one dash. See, it would only take me to here, which is like half the distance. So it's a really useful trick to use in a lot of situations, so I highly recommend you pick that up. For the next little trick, we have Torbjorn to show us how it's done. This is normally how you build a turret, right? You just stand here and slam it until it's up. However, let's go somewhere more quiet. What I've seen streamers do, and a lot of other people, is when they have the turret right here, they change weapons in between every like tick that they hear. So this is my first attempt, so see if I can actually pull this off. But basically what you want to do is if you're good, like I'm not that good at it because I haven't practiced it at all, but once you like get the grip of it, you'll see that it's really helpful, like in a lot of like sticky situations where you need to turret up fast. As you can see, it takes like half the amount of time to get it out, which can be hella useful. So yeah, moving on. A neat little thing I found out with Mercy is, like you'll probably know this if you've played Mercy a lot yourself, but if you want to grab your, or pull out your handgun, start shooting, start healing, then like after approximately 2 seconds you'll have full ammo again. So as you see, I have 3 shots that I've fired, but instead of reloading, which takes a lot of time, I'm just gonna switch to my other weapon, wait approximately 3 seconds, and boom, full ammo. This is very useful for like when you start shooting, like, and then you need to assist a teammate, and then just pull it out again and you have full ammo. Really saves you the reloading time, and
heroes never die.
Yeah, it's a neat little useful thing to keep in mind. Rolling in next, we have Roadhog with a simple little trick that you may not have actually thought about, that I found on a stream. So basically what you normally do is hook an enemy and left click, right? So you'd normally do that. However, for this animation cancellation, we will be right clicking and then hooking and then left clicking. So let's see that in action. So I couldn't get my left click off, but you get the idea anyways. You can right click at the same time as you hook and then left click, which makes the damage output so much higher. I played like 15 hours of Roadhog and I just recently found out about this. I don't know if a lot of people knew about it, but it's a really cool trick. Now for the last thing today, the thing I'm going to need is my ultimate, so I will just start regenerating this and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we have it generated, and as a lot of people like may know but not think about is the fact that McCree's ultimate goes from right to left. So basically, if I let's just wait for this guy here. You'll see that it goes from right to left. Bam, bam. So what's good to know about this? Well, say you're up against a Genji and that's McCree over there. Let's just pretend. And you have your teammate right here and he starts using his ultimate. You can reflect it right back at him. However, since it goes from right to left in his point of view, left to right in our point of view, it will kill him first, then I will be able to reflect it back at him. However, if you stand on this side, you will be able to reflect it back at him before it manages to kill this guy. I don't have anyone to help me show this right now. However, it does work. I've seen it on a lot of streams, and it's a very useful little trick to keep in mind. So if I were here and I were Genji, I'd dash right over here. Now that's the stun, but basically it's the same for Genji's E, which is reflect, and you'd reflect it right back at him before this guy dies, which can be really helpful in like situations where you're a team, like a full pre-made, and you can actually like tell him to run to the right so you can reflect it for him or her. So yeah, neat little trick. That is all for today. If you learned anything new or just liked the video, please support me by slapping a like or subscribing. And if you would like to see more videos like this in the future, please just like the video. And if you have any suggestions, post them down below and I'll see what I can do about it. Anyway, this has been Ill Voices. Thank you for watching and peace. 千里の道も一足ずつ運ぶなり